Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Jaws of Hakkon. In the last episode, we finally unlocked the final camp. We can now travel wherever we like over the Frostback Basin. Now, today, I think it's finally time to get started on the main quest once again. We do have to go back and give the offering to Finn, and I also want to explore this area a little bit, but that's kind of what I'm planning for today's episode. Now, I should just warn you, in case anything kind of glitchy happens, I have finally been forced to upgrade to, what is it called? EA Play. Now Origins is no more, we have to use EA Play. So, everything seems to be fine so far. However, you know, when have EA ever put out a non-glitchy product? So that's, you know, until I've gotten this first recording session done, I'm gonna be holding my breath. Now, the reason why I've come down here is because I'm trying to get to this waterfall. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Oh god damn, why'd you have to be a hoe? Why'd you have to do this? Get round. Got up. Where are you running? Okay, there we go. Yes, I want to get to the waterfall because once again, I am going to show you secret stuff. I know. No, piss off. Okay, good stuff. Yes, there is something hidden in the waterfall, so we're gonna come up over this way onto this rock, and it's right there. More ice dragon bone. Lovely. Okay, good stuff. Forget. Let's just fast travel over here. I'm lazy. I can't be arsed. And yeah, let's just take a wee little look over this way. I don't believe there's anything, but you know, it's just satisfying to fill out the map, in my opinion. Ooh. Hello. I say I don't think there's anything, and then immediately the map is like, have some ruins. Hello? Ooh. Are y'all okay? I heard that noise. I'm just gonna assume that was Bull, maybe stubbing his toe or something. Ooh, okay, we got another one of these. And anything to loot? Anything at all? No. Sad times. Even the game is like, come on, Callista. Come on. It's time. It's time to go deal with the main quest. To which I say, no, not yet. I'll get to it. I'll get to it in my own time. I like to go at my own pace, and I shall not be rushed. I'm not gonna lie, with the A Father's Name task, I'm so tempted to give the offering to the clan, to the hold. Just, it's Sarah. Oh?
Shall we have a look around?
Oh. Hello. An unsent letter. Aunt Jacqueline. Last time I wrote, I was whining about going to Frostback Basin. Yes, I admit to whining. Before we left, I even tried to convince Gerard to take my place. I suppose I was afraid and didn't want to say it. But now I will gladly say I was an idiot. The journey here has been incredible. I feel like I have a purpose. That sounds pretentious, doesn't it? But I'm finally doing something interesting and important. I've even made friends with some of the Inquisition soldiers. Oh no! One of them has never been to Val Royeaux! What was it Grandin said? I've never been to Val Royeaux. Jace was gonna show me. No! Game, you can't do that to me. You can't break my heart like this. One of them has never been to Val Royeaux. Last year, I would have laughed at that, but he is better travelled than I am. Why would I judge him? Even so, I promised to show him the city the next time he has leave from Skyhold. I may not have time to write again for a while. Everything is so busy here. Jace. Oh my god. Game, how could you do this to me? How could you? How could you? I am... My heart, it breaks. Oh. I just feel really sad now. I just feel so goddamn sad. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go here and we're gonna try and put that out of our minds. What was I saying? Yeah, with Finn. You know, Sarah's saying, we're giving this to Finn. I'm not asking. Like, I'm so tempted to go, oh, all right, you're making demands. Mr. Hunter, this is for you. I'm so tempted to do it just to spite her. However, Aenor did want to give the thing to Finn. You know, she's more inclined to prioritize him rather than the dead guy. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it to spite Sarah, but I really want to.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I've got it.
Here, an offering for your father. From you.
Inquisitor, I can't.
Consider my gift to the Hold a gift to you. Though perhaps don't spread that around.
But the Huntmaster...
Said he'd accept an offering from the hand that gave it.
I don't know what to say.
Say what they want, and you can belong. But maybe when you figure that threatening you was shit, come look for a Jenny.
Oh yeah, come look for a Jenny, because what do the Jennies do? They murder people and then demand payment from it, even though you never asked them to kill anyone. Lovely. That's great. Just, again, remember what happened in Vershel, Sarah?
I'll let you rest.
Lady, keep you.
Remember what happened in Vershel? No one asked the Jennies for help. You stuck your oar in and then rocked up like, where's my payment? I'm sorry, no. No.
Heard you passed Hakkon's trials. If you hunt as well as you fight, you'll fit in well.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Anything to say about Finn?
Finn Caldinson's a good lad. His father was always proud of him. Still would be.
Oh.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Yeah, it seems like most of the clan, or at least the ones we can speak to, it seems like they were like, you know, oh, it wasn't his fault, he got injured, he broke his leg, he's not being lazy or out like that, he physically can't do it, and he still tried. You know, we understand, it's just the holy woman who's like, no, hello, you're right, sir. Okay, I'm just gonna leave you be. Yet the only one who is actively like, oh, he should be punished is this lady.
I'm told our Huntmaster prepares an offering from Finn Callinson. Nothing more's been said. I will only thank you for paying hospitality to an invalid. I must complete the preparations. A strange turn of events may not make Calden's journey any easier. The gods measure both outcome and the actions, or deceptions, behind it.
Madam, so it was all right to be deceptive when it was your way, but when we're being deceptive our way, then it's a problem. I'd just like to point that out to you, madam.
I should be off.
Lady, keep you.
Because you were basically saying, oh, if we're deceptive my way, the gods will accept it. That seems a little hypocritical, madam. Just a bit. Okay, now let's go down here. And continue on with the main quest at long last.
Better. Did I thank you for bringing the
Aw. Oh, that's cute. Okay. And from that cuteness, we rode to a spooky island. There we go, we found all the regions.
Anybody else smell sea air and spice? That isn't right.
It's the spirits, darling. They're projecting sorrow and eliciting your most tragic memories in return.
Make them stop. It's my head, demons. You're not invited.
Oh! Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Vivienne being scared of demons was weird, but when it's scaring you, you want her to make it stop. Oh my goodness, it's almost like that training is useful. Oh! Listen, I went through the entire game not being...
I'm dreaming.
Also, Vanan. Dalish, okay. Yeah, I went through the entire game not being salty, not saying, I was salty in places. But for the most part, I kept quiet. I'm almost at the end of this. I'm almost at the end. I get to be salty now. That's the rule. I put up with her for long enough. Now I get to slag her off. Letter found near many corpses. The barbarians are afraid to go to this island. I can see why, with all the spirits, but it's completely safe. I was out there myself for a good half hour, and the spirits never bothered me. Steal one of the Avvar boats and set up a camp. This route will bypass all the taxes, and with Avvar and spirits all around, nobody in their right mind will track us here. I know how you feel about demons, but trust me, this is completely safe. Peaceful, even. All you have to do is relax on that island and wait for the goods to come your way. It's completely safe. Completely safe. Yes, clearly. Hello, you're right. Well, obviously we have that over there.
Shivers right up in there. Not living and not right.
Again, because only you know the right way, don't you, Sarah? Okay. Oh, hello. Now then, this should be the final landmark.
Sleep. I need to. I must find you.
Up and around.
Ameridan. Hi.
And a yoink. And there we go, that's all of them done. And we'll read that codex entry at the end of today's episode. There we go. Ooh, pardon me. Hello?
We've looked everywhere else on this island. Shall we see what's inside the rift?
That is both incredibly sad, yet also very beautiful. That is... Oh dear.
Telana slept. I slept. To find him in dreaming. But the blood. She's gone. Telana wanted to reach Ameridan again. One more time. But she couldn't. I couldn't. I died. I tried to stay, but only pieces came through. You opened the sky for the rest of me.
Yeah, this is clearly a spirit that almost like Cowl compassion and the real Cowl. This spirit watched over this lady and kind of became her. And apparently she knew Ameridan.
You or she wanted to reach Ameridan again. We're also trying to find him.
Ameridan. Yes. Inquisitor. Beloved. She came with Ameridan to hunt the dragon.
The dragon?
Huge. Power like none had seen. It came from the mountains with the Avvar. Towns fell. All dead. One last favor for Emperor Draken. Slay the Avvar dragon. Save Orlais.
It's between these. Why was this covered up? Here's the thing, if it was a secret mission, then potentially this wasn't a cover-up. Potentially just everyone forgot. Also, how would she know? I mean, clearly this lady was a mage, because she was saying, oh, she wanted to find him in dreams. Therefore, she must be a mage. She must have been capable of traversing the Fade. That's been covered up. That not only did he have a lover, she also referred to him as Vanan. Therefore, this lady must have been Dalish. She was a Dalish elf mage. That's been covered up. But the thing about the dragon, that people could have just forgotten. It could have not been recorded in history, or like, oh, the Avvar were here and there was also a dragon. Like, dragon attacks happened all the time back in the day, so potentially it wasn't covered up. We know he died here. This isn't a surprising thing. Which does kind of leave me with this.
This wasn't just a hunt. Inquisitor Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Draken.
Yes. A secret. Drawn by the dragon. Telana. I didn't want to, but where Ameridan goes, I go. They fought at the shore. Spirits and magic. Cold. So cold. How I found her. How she found us. They rested here, then up the river. Metal spires. A way to stop the dragon. Then Telana returned here, alone, to wait for him. Forever waiting. Dreaming. Then dead.
Oh, leave or be destroyed. You can... No, there's no need to be hostile.
We'll find Ameridan. You don't have to wait here anymore.
Thank you. It was hard. She went a long time ago. I stayed because she asked. Her things are there. She wanted them found.
Oh, and there she goes. We got a bow, we got some orders, and Aegis of the Rift. Ancient document protected in a scroll case. Whosoever reads this message, let it be known that the bearer, Inquisitor Ameridan, commander of the Seekers of Truth, travels to the Frostback Basin on the official request of His Divine Majesty Cordelius Draken, Emperor of Orlais, upon business vital to the safety and security of this most holy empire, and that he and those who travel with him are to be afforded every service, rendered every assistance, and extended every courtesy in their efforts to protect Orlesian lives from threat... I'm sorry, I'm excited. Let's try that again. and that he and those who travel with him are to be afforded every service, rendered every assistance, and extended every courtesy in their efforts to protect Orlesian lives from threats both magical and mundane. Make a watch over him, Cordillus Draken I.
How'd that work out?
I love that. I love that. Oh, we're such good friends. We're such good friends. Oh, you're in pain. Fuck you. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks. Yeah, friendship must be really important to you. Yeah. New ability, Aegis of the Rift. I'd actually completely forgotten about this. I had completely forgotten that we would get the again, I'm excited. I do apologize that we were going to get this new ability. So I could spend a perk on this. You know, we'll see how much I use it in this DLC. The Inquisitor has gained a new ability, Aegis of the Rift. Use this ability to turn the veil itself into a magical shield that deflects enemy projectiles. It can be upgraded in the Inquisitor ability tree. Okay, and you know what? Let's character record. I'm gonna remove the shattering strike. We'll try. Excuse me. Can I would like to. There we go. Grab that. And what are the upgrades? Okay, retributive strike. Aegis of the Rift now sends bolts of spirit energy flying back at the attackers. Ooh, that could be good. And Swift Aegis. Your expertise at manipulating the veil lets you summon Aegis of the Rift more easily. I'd probably grab that one over that. Like I said, we'll see how much we use it. Unfallen Shack. Many explorers in ancient ruins report finding homes, furniture, or even tools that look a few years old at most. Before the more learned study of spirits in the Fade made available by the Circles, scholars often assumed that such structures must be new contamination of an older site, leading to much misinformation and misunderstanding regarding the movement of various peoples in ancient Tevinter and even earlier. Our brothers and sisters in the Circles of Magi have given us a more likely answer. In areas where the veil is thin, spirits engrossed by a particular event may endeavour to preserve the feeling of the area by preserving, in their own imperfect way, some or all of the area itself. The hut of a legendary apostate may appear to have been abandoned for a few decades, with crumbling walls and dust, when it is in fact from a previous age or even older. Spirits, scratching at the edges of the veil, have scared away the vermin that would have chewed through the beams and the plants, whose snaking tendrils would have reclaimed the stones for the forest. It is the recommendation of the committee that all university-sanctioned historical expeditions include a mage for consultation upon such matters. Only in this way can we avoid the embarrassing missteps of our forebears and bring Orlais the true knowledge it deserves. A letter from the University of Orlais Historical Committee to Empress Celine asking for support. Request tabled after the start of the Mage Rebellion. There we go. Okay, now, yep, hello there. You're right, dickheads.
There! It's all under!
Guard up. And let's try this out. Oh, maybe. There we go. Try that. And excuse you. Oh, how dare! Get out. Okay, you are actually dead. Spinny spin. Okay, you're down. Now you scream on me. Got up. Okay, and let's Lenny over there. And spinny spin. Okay. Anyone left? Okay, good stuff. That, it seems very situational. if you're dealing with a crap ton of archers, it could be good. But, I don't know. Like I said, I'll keep it for a little while. See how useful it is. Okay, that's just that. That's fine. Okay, no, let me off. We've done everything. Let me off this island, I think. Okay, yeah, what yet, Lingers? Back to the boats, lads and lasses.
Curiosity before I do.
Oh, by the lady, I'll weep at the burial.
I love these three. Just having their own little conversations. I think that's very sweet. Now then, over to here. Bram, Professor, we have stuff for you. I'm sure you'll be very excited to hear that Ameridan did have a mage lover and she was Dalish.
May I help you, Inquisitor?
Yeah, we've talked about all of this, yet we've been to the island.
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Ameridan's lover, a woman named Telana. It told us that Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Draken himself, and where he went next.
Trust his dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Ameridan had a lover. Telana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders? This was a request from Draken? This changes everything.
Yeah, the fact that we spoke to a spirit doesn't bother you at all?
You don't have a problem receiving information from spirits?
It's not ideal, but since you found corroborating physical evidence, I see no serious issues. Any study of great wars and battlefields carries an inherent risk of contact with demons or spirits. When spirits are willing to talk, most historians love the chance of a first-hand report.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
What does it change knowing that Ameridan was on a mission from Emperor Draken?
Everything. One current theory holds that Ameridan was selfishly throwing off his responsibilities to go hunting. Another suggests Draken had him removed or even killed because Ameridan opposed the Navaran Accord. But if this is true, then Ameridan was a loyal servant of Orlais. He was not an embarrassment. He was a patriot protecting Orlais while Draken fought in the Second Blight.
And what does Telana change?
You were surprised to hear that Ameridan had a lover.
Yes, this Telana you mentioned. Her existence has been hotly debated. Some scholars took Inquisitor Ameridan's respect for the Chantry to imply that he remained celibate. In ages past, there were stories about him and his lover, a mage. They made it out to be a star-crossed romance. The Chantry silenced the stories strenuously.
Of course they did, and we're just ignoring that she was what appears to be a Dalish elf. We're just going to ignore that. Okay.
When I helped the Avvar at Stonebear Hold, we learned that the Jaws of Hakkon once bound their god's soul to a beast. According to the spirits, the dragon Ameridan faced was powerful and accompanied by hostile Avvar.
You believe they could be one and the same? That would mean... Of course! Of course! Brilliant! 800 years ago, the Second Blight threatened a weak Orlais. A perfect time for the Avvar to attack. This Avvar god dragon could have endangered the Orlesian Empire had Ameridan not stopped it. That explains why he would accept such a dangerous mission. And likely how he died.
Yeah, what... We've heard a lot of talk about, like, we've got to bring it back, we've got to bring it back. Like, it seems very likely that this is what the Hakkonites are trying to do once again.
How bad would it be if the contemporary Jaws of Hakkon bound their god to a dragon again?
With Orlais still recovering from the Civil War and the Mage-Templar conflict, not to mention the scattered rifts and remnants of Corypheus's forces still causing trouble, a high dragon given malice and magic by an Avvar god spirit could, hypothetically, destroy much of Orlais. At least, I hope that was hypothetically.
Yeah, I have my doubts about that.
You're not concerned about the literal existence of an Avvar god?
Not particularly. If the Jaws of Hakkon once bound their god to a dragon, it is likely just a powerful spirit. That isn't to downplay the important cultural significance to the Avvar, but magic does not equate godhood. Every blight comes from the old gods, which are also dragons corrupted by some outside influence. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods.
Considering what happens in Trespasser, I really feel like BioWare... I feel they put that line in to be like, they're not going to realise the significance of this. Magic does not equate godhood. I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods. They won't know. We're poking them and they don't even realise it. That's what that feels like to me. Ameridan was a hero. How was this overlooked? Hakkon will not rise again. Here's the thing. I've said this before. Aenor doesn't really care about Ameridan. She's only doing this because she's been told to. She feels like, I don't want to be the Inquisitor anymore, but I've been told by my advisors that I can't quit. I've been told by my clan's keeper that I can't quit. Like, I'm kind of stuck here. I'm kind of screwed. She really doesn't care about Ameridan. She's only here because this is her duty and she has to do what her duty requires of her. There was no point asking the spirit how all of this was covered up because the spirit wouldn't have known. The spirit was in a shack for however many hundreds of years. But Bram he's a professor. He studies history. He would know how all of this was overlooked.
History forgot about an attack by a giant magic dragon. If you want something done right, the spirit said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river, the scouts have had trouble with Hakkonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
Okie doke. Nothing to do there.
What do you need me to do next, Professor?
That spirit on the island said something about Ameridan going upriver to, some place with spires? While you search upriver, I'll continue studying these buckles. That, sounded better in my head.
Oh, Professor.
I'll speak with you later.
Enjoy your buckles. Okie doke. Now then. Codex entries. Oh, we have a few. Huh. Didn't expect that. Oh, because we handed in research to Hellissima. Okay. Groups. Oh. Yeah, I think it must be this one. A tradition of rebirth. Some outlying nations have differing ideas on what happens to us after death. The southern Avvar, for example, believe in a hazily defined afterlife, governed by the Lady of the Skies, where the dead are reunited with their kin. A comforting notion and not unfamiliar. The Chantry's idea that on death we cross the Fade to live by the Maker's side is accepted from rough Ferelden to decadent Tevinter. Yet Avvar also believe some of their people are destined to be reborn, which some among the Chantry have great trouble grasping. It is not, I must emphasize, a spirit possessing a body. Other than invoking the gods, spirits have nothing to do with the process. It is the essence, the soul, which returns clothed in new flesh. The core of the concept is thus. The souls of a few Avvar, favoured by fate, migrate on death to inhabit a new body destined for them, so they may return and perform great deeds for the good of their hold. These resurrected souls are not expected to remember their past selves consciously, but instead are assumed to be subtly guided by their previous experiences, especially through visions and portents. This most conveniently sidesteps the need for proof that one has been reborn, or that such things even occur. Then again, perhaps we should not cast scorn too quickly. As of yet, not one of the dead has returned from across the Fade to describe the Maker's Paradise. Part of a monograph entitled Grand Visions of Life and Death, written by Roberto the Skeptic of Antiva in 931 and banned by the Giant Tree in 932. That didn't take them all too long, did it? Just 1 year, flippin' heck. And where you at? Okay, right there. 2 marked in battle. This is not... I'm going to have to find that codex entry, aren't I? Goddamn. Oh well. 2 marked in battle. In a hold past our own, there were 2 men. One was born Ivart Jofsson, the other Rekas Hildson. When word came Lowlanders marched on Ivart's hold, he searched for them. He found the Lowlanders in a valley, and his heart was grieved, for they wore mail and spoke eagerly of battling Avvar, and came in great numbers. But clever Ivart studied the rock above the Lowlanders. When they camped for the night, he climbed up to the tallest peak and rolled a great boulder to the edge, aiming for the light of their fires. The boulder slid with other rocks into a mighty wave of dirt and stone. More than half their number were crushed, and the others fled in terror back to the lowlands. Ivart's hold held a great feast to celebrate, and said the songs would and said the songs would now call him Ivart Stone Thunderer. Rekas Hildson grew jealous. Did he not shoot better than Ivart? Did he not run faster than Ivart? A great monster lived at the top of the mountain by the hold. It had feathers of gold and taloned claws, and stole their game from the valley. Rekas swore he would kill the beast to make his own legend mark, and went hunting on the mountain. The first night, Rekas found and killed a ram. The second night, Rekas found and killed a hart. The third night, Rekas found the nest of the feathered monster, and it was empty. The hunter laid the hart and the ram on the nest, then climbed above it. When dawn broke, the monster returned. It greedily tore open the meat. While it was distracted, Rekas leapt down and plunged his sword into its back. The monster screamed, but its hide was thick, and the sword stuck. The beast took off into the sky with the terrified Rekas still on its back. The monster twisted and looped to shake him off, and the sword dropped into the deep valley. Desperate, Rekas held on to the feathers of the monster's neck. He saw the beast would soon fly over his home, where all his friends and kin were gathered in astonishment at the sight above them. Rekas threw his weight, trying to force the monster closer to the ground. It worked, and when the beast soared over the hold, Rekas twisted and threw himself off. The gods were kind, and as the beast flew off, Rekas landed on a midden heap, torn feathers floating about him. Rekas was humble the rest of his days, never again letting jealousy take his head. The hunter knew, in the end, his legend mark could have been far worse than Rekas' Featherfall. From Stories of the Wild South, a collection of tales of the barbarian nations of Ferelden by Lady Susanna Ashwell of Arnsburg. Very interesting. Lovely. Alrighty then, I'm going to bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we follow Ameridan's trail. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.